right, happy winter solstice, everyone. My name is Chua. Today's class is a gentle flow, yin, and restorative, so you'll need as many props as you have: pillows, blankets, blocks. We're going to begin with a blanket or a beach towel that you can roll up tightly into a smooth, firm, cylindrical pillow like this. This is our arts and crafts portion of yoga. It's nice and smooth. And if you don't want it to be too thick, this is going to sit underneath the bottom tips of our shoulder blades so that we can lift your chest and roll the shoulders back. You could do less of a roll and just let the remaining part of the blanket drape towards the rear edge of your mat. So once you have that cylinder pillow, go ahead and place it about a foot away from the rear edge of your mat, crossing your mat like this. And we're going to begin with the pelvis on the ground, the knees bent, feet on the ground, lying back slowly so that, again, you can land the area just beneath your scapula on that pillow. Chest supported to lift and your shoulder bones released behind the pillow towards the floor. They may or may not touch the floor. Just make sure that you are comfortable here. Now you can either bend your elbows apart and just let the backs of your arms rest on the floor, palms up. Or to further ground, you can place your left hand on the center of your chest and your right hand just below your belly button. Now with your feet wider apart than hips distance, we're going to begin to gently open across your lower back, your sacrum, by dropping your knees together so that they touch. And as you feel ready, let your body be still. You can close your eyes so that you can direct your attention from external stimuli to your physical body, its sensations, slowly scanning from head to toe. Just observing what you have to work with today. Feel into the quality of your breathing just as it is. Paying attention to your inner states of being. And then allow some deeper grounding breaths, taking any sound that you need. A few more long exhalations, big sighs, or even fluttering your lips, or making any weird sound that just feels good. Ah. And then begin to smoothen out your breath. Inhaling lower through your nose. Exhaling longer to your mouth. So today being the longest night of the year and the first day of winter, we call in nature's teachings or ways of modeling what's good for us by slowing down and circling inward. So here are some questions you might bring into your practice for self-inquiry. What has the past season taught me? Perhaps words or images, or perhaps later something comes to you. Another question is, what am I ready to release? To allow life force to flow freely through me. Any area of your life. And a last question, what is my inner being drawn to create or welcome in this new season ahead? Perhaps this increase sparks an intention setting, whether for this hour and 5 minutes together or your winter season. And now start to separate your knees as wide apart as your feet, and that's wider than hips distance. If you're not already, split your arms apart, setting your shoulders closer to the ground. As you take the next inhalation, drop both of your knees to your right while your feet stay on the floor. As far as they'll go as the left shoulder stays close to the ground, then exhale, lift your knees and take them all the way to the left. And just like that, entering a breath-led slow flow. Inhaling, your knees rise and drop to your right. Exhaling, your knees rise and drop to your left. Going at your own pace for a few more cycles of breath. As we slow things down tonight from our usual Monday Vinyasa flow class, enjoy the qualities of slowing down, which is greater presence perhaps to subtlety, deep listening inward. Take another round, even on both sides. And when you finish lifting your feet, take hold of your bent knees and bring them closer to your chest. Begin to rotate your thighs apart and then back together a few times. Still marrying movement with breath. Switch directions. And then as you join your knees, either rock forward or turn to one side and take your time lifting your torso upright, lifting your head last. So finding a comfortable seat, you might want to grab your cylindrical pillow to sit on if that feels supportive to lengthen your spine. And if so, try sitting towards the front edge of that prop so that your pelvic bowl slightly tilts forward. And then with your hands holding the lowest part of your rib cage, lift up all of your ribs, the back and the front, and then firm down at the same time through the left and right sitting bones. You feel that lengthening in your lower back and how your belly gently firms in closer to your back. Now keep that. And then roll your shoulders behind you as you release your arms. Exhale your shoulders back and down. Let's circle the shoulders more. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Keep going. And let's reverse. Inhale your shoulders behind you and up. Exhale them forward and down. Nice and slow movement. And then take a deep breath as you press downward through your pelvis. Lift the center of your chest and broaden your collarbones like a big smile. Drop your shoulder head slightly behind your ears as you lift through the back of your skull. And let's begin Durga Pranayama, a preparation first. So set your two hands on your belly. Empty this breath. Now into your belly, slowly inhale, gently expanding it like a balloon. Hold your breath in, feel that fullness, and then exhale slowly, everything out. Hold your breath out, keep sitting tall. Now slide your hands to the left and right walls of your ribcage and breathe into there. Hold your breath at the top. And just as slow, let it go. Hold at the bottom. Now place your hands on your chest. Focus on breathing into that area fully. Holding your breath, so relaxing your shoulders and face. Let it all go. Hold it out. So now let's start 3-part breathing. Left hand to chest, right hand to belly. Empty this breath. Hold it out. And into your belly, inhale 1/3. Pause into your side ribs. Inhale 1/3. Pause into your chest. Inhale the last third. Hold your breath in a few seconds. Then exhale completely. Hold your breath at the bottom. Then again, inhale into your belly 1/3. Pause into your side ribs 1/3. Pause into your chest the last third. Hold and exhale everything. Hold it out. Let's try one more together. Into the belly, inhale. Into your side ribs, inhale. Into your chest, inhale. Hold your breath and let it all go. Holding your breath out. Setting your right hand on top of your left, feeling the vibration as we open space, chanting Om 3 rounds, really using that also to help sustain the exhalations. Take a deep breath through all 3 parts. Continue to lengthen your breath. Try closing your lips as long as you're not feeling congested. And by breathing through your nose only, you can warm your body from the inside out while softly constricting and narrowing the back of your throat. Starting Ujjayi Pranayama, another breathing technique to calm your nervous system, but creating a sound that's soft and steady, that your mind could anchor on and stay present with. Feeling your inhales and exhales. Release your hands, softly open your eyes, and let's set up for a seated spinal twist. Extending your left leg forward, flex the foot. Step your right foot either in front of your right hip, good place to start. If you want a little deeper, you can cross your foot flat just to the outside of your left knee. Or a little further, you could also bend your left knee. Then as you ground evenly to your sitting bones, backstroke your right hand to the floor just behind your pelvis, raising your left arm. with shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath and lift through the center of your spine up to your crown. Exhaling at your waistline, begin to turn your chest to face your right wall. Pause there, press downward through your pelvis, and lift up to your spine again as you breathe in. Keeping your shoulders relaxed, twist a little bit more if possible. And then either hold your right shin with your left hand, or gradually hook your left elbow outside of your right thigh for more leverage. You might explore how it feels on your neck to look over your right shoulder. Fine. Release both legs straight. And just give your legs and feet some movement. So setting up side two, see if you can go for the same setup. Either left foot in front of the hip, or outside of your right knee, or also bend your right knee. Then backstroke your left hand to the floor behind your pelvis. Raise your right arm up, press down to your pelvis, lift up to your spine as you breathe in. And then to your left, begin to twist. Again, root down to rise up taller as you inhale. And then twisting a little more if you can. Lower your right hand, either to hold on to your left shin, or gradually hook your elbow outside of your left thigh. Perhaps starting to look over your left shoulder. Notice the positioning of your chin here as you're twisting. Can you allow it to parallel the floor? Softly glide it towards the back of your throat. And then lifting through the back of your skull, perhaps you feel a little taller, even down to your lower back. Take another deep breath. And with an exhalation, unwind. One more time, extend your legs forward, shake out your legs, roll out or shake out your feet. And let's make our way onto all fours, hands and knees. Now you could unroll the blanket if you want added cushion for underneath your knees, just that area of your mat. As you're making your way there, let's bring your 2 blocks or 2 pillows just to the outsides of the top of your mat. Set up your wrists just beneath your shoulders and set your knees a couple inches behind your hips, preparing to move your spine as you listen to your breath. On an inhale, glide your spine forward before coiling your chest up towards the sky. As you exhale, contract your belly, looking down as you round your back. Again, inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Then right beneath your shoulder blades, contract to lift your chest. Exhale, hollow your belly, dropping your head. Now keep going at your own pace of breathing. And if your lower back is asking for just a little more sensation, more stretch, you could tuck your toes and even hang out in this rounding cat pose for a couple of breaths. And if there's any other variation of movement that your body is seeking, feel free to add that and explore for 5 or so more breaths here. Make our way into child's pose if you feel ready, bringing your feet together to touch at the rear of your mat. And separating your knees as wide apart as it allows your pelvis to comfortably drop down to your feet, resting your forehead towards the earth. Extend your arms straight forward with your hands as wide apart as your shoulders, and actively press the mat away from your knees with your hands to get the hips to sink a little lower, while you lengthen the top of your head forward towards the ground between your hands, sliding your shoulder blades further down your back ribs. Now imagine that you could breathe in from your tailbone. Let the next inhalation climb up each vertebra of your spine, allowing more space in between as it arrives to your neck at the base of your skull. With an exhalation, trace your visualization back down your spine, letting your tailbone fall deeper towards the earth. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale from base to neck. Exhale from your cervical spine all the way down to your lower back. Now, staying in child's pose, start to slide your right hand towards your right knee so that you can flare your right elbow up towards the sky. Come up onto your right fingertips. Then slide your left arm with a palm face up beneath your right bent elbow, coming into a spiral and thread the needle. Now, if it's more comfortable for you to be here for about a minute, you could set a pillow or block, or blanket underneath the left side of your head. Then again, as you breathe in, feel the length of your spine from lower back to neck. Now as you breathe out, allow your ribcage again to gently twist. Feel your shoulder blades spread a little wider apart. You might offer breath into the space behind your heart. Remembering that your breath is a vehicle for life force to circulate every cell in your body. Draw it in with love. And exhale with love. Your time to finish this breath. When you do, come back to child's pose, extending your arms both forward, just resting at center for a few breaths. Slide your left hand back towards your left knee and out to the left edge of your mat, bending your left elbow towards the sky. Then thread your right arm on the floor beneath bent elbow with your right palm face up, lowering the right side of your head all the way down to the floor or on top of a prop. Feel your breath in, inviting space throughout your. And with your breath out, allow your ribcage to further rotate. And as your shoulder blades soften down away from your neck, feel them also splay apart. These roots of your wings preparing to take flight. Breathe into the space between them. Finishing this last breath here. Let's take another few breaths in child's pose, extending your arms and spine through center. So we take the action, the posture, and we pause to observe the effects of it. Sliding your hands back to the outsides of your knees. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Fully roll your spine upright. Feel the unraveling of each vertebra. Rolling your shoulders back and down. So we're gonna make our way up to the top of the mat. Have your blocks there too. So they're just about a foot in front of your toes, shoulders distance apart like that. And then step your feet apart, hips distance, spread your toes and feel your weight spread down towards the earth through the four corners of each foot. Really rebounding your weight off the floor, that sense of rooting down to enable the consequential rising up of energy through your legs, your spine, your crown. And as you take the next inhalation, sweep your arms overhead, gazing up as your palms meet. Bend your knees generously, and as you exhale with a long spine, the feeling of a flat back, fold in. Press your fingertips onto the blocks. And as you press into them, glide your chest through your arms, sliding your shoulder blades down your back. Knees still slightly bent. Exhaling, hinge deeper, shifting a little more weight towards the balls of your feet. With knees a little bent from down to your feet, inhale, spread your wings and rise, gazing up towards the moon, palms meet. Exhale, trace your thumbs down your center line, passing through your heart center, arms by your sides. Take a couple more of these half sun salutations. Inhale, circle your arms overhead. Bend your knees and exhale, bow slowly. Press down into the blocks and inhale, extend your heart forward. Shift a little more weight forward. And exhale, bow in. Root down to your soles and inhale, rise up, gaze up. Exhale, trace your center line. Last one, maybe even close your eyes, breathing in as the arms rise, breathing out as you bow down. Inhaling as you expand your heart center forward. Exhaling as you bow further. Feel the support of the earth as you inhale to rise. Expanding your wings again, palms meet. And exhale back to your heart. Put your palms together at your heart as you close your eyes for just a few breaths. Bring in to what rests there at your heart center right now. We're going to move into a little bit of our Tai Chi flow. Remember that I'm going to mirror you here. I'm going to step the feet a little wider than hips distance. Bend your knees loosely. Really feel your weight supported by the ground. Remember that it's more about the feeling behind the movement, not so much the technicality or the physical alignment. Let it feel good. So as you inhale, raise your arms up. Gaze up towards the open sky above. And as you exhale, press your palms slowly down in front of your body towards the earth as you look down, honoring earth below. As one foot steps back, start with your palms together, arms straight, and slowly open your arms apart, tracing the open horizon before you. As that foot steps forward again, Slowly bring your palms together and then towards your heart, recognizing the open horizon is within you. Take 2 steps forward as the palms face forward, the symbol of giving or doing. And 2 steps back, symbol of observing the effects of your doing or receiving. Cross one arm in front of your chest as you spinal twist, knees bent, sending light into the world, and then the other arm across, sending your love. Make a giant embrace of your arms like you're hugging a huge tree, embracing the tiger, which symbolizes all of life's challenges that have evolved you to now. Press your palms down in front of you, standing tall as you return to the mountain of stability that is you. We're going to walk in a circle just a little bit where you are as you circle your arms like an invitation towards you and back out. This is a symbol of honoring all of the cycles of life, of nature, all of that which is also in you. As you come back to your stance, let your arms flail as you spinal twist so that your palms tap chi source area right below your belly button. Just coming back to your center. Now let's try that a couple more times. Here we go. Inhale, arms up, honoring sky above. Exhale, palms down, honoring earth below. 1 foot steps back, tracing open horizon before me. That foot steps forward, open horizon. 2 steps forward, I give or take action. Steps back, I receive or observe. 1 arm across, sending light into this world. Other arm across, sending love. Big embrace, I embrace the tiger. Palms down and return to the mountain. Circle in place, circle the arms, honoring all of life and nature's cycles. Back to your center as you tap your center with a twist. Last time. Open sky above. Earth below. Open horizon before me. Open horizon within me. I give, do, I receive, I observe. Sending my lights, sending my love. I embrace the tiger and return to the mountain. Honoring life cycles, nature cycles, all a part of me. I return to my center. Left hand to heart, right hand to lower belly. Maybe close your eyes and imagine breathing in nurturing energy from Mother Earth through the soles of your feet. And that breath rising, life force, re-nurturing all of your body, coming all the way up to your crown, clearing any stuckness through energy centers. And as you exhale like a cleansing waterfall, that breath releases back down, all the way down, back to Earth, Mother. Again, inhale from the soles of your feet, drink it up, filling up all your body to the top of your head. Exhaling, the breath cascading down in purification back to the earth. 1 more breath. And then softly open your eyes if they close. Paper blocks, we're going to move just a little bit more here. Take a wide stance so that you're facing the wide width of your mat. And let's place both of your blocks as I mirror you here on the front and back of your left calf, just like that, sort of framing it. And then from here, from your hips, pivot your feet to face the left foot, which is framed by the 2 blocks, and come into a lunge. So you're bending your left knee just on top of your left heel. You can lower your back knee. That makes the posture more accessible. Or you could lift your back knee, which adds a little more depth into your groin. Separate your feet about hips distance. And as you take a deep breath, allow your pelvis to sink closer to the earth as your heart rises. Exhaling, start to straighten your left leg by drawing the thigh bone back while extending your chest forward to bow the side of your leg. Now let's flow with a breath, inhaling as you bend your left knee again, right over the heel. Exhale as you draw your left thigh bone back, forward straightening the leg as you fold. At your own pace, take 3 more cycles of breath. Now from here, take hold of your 2 blocks, return to the lunge. Place your 2 blocks on the inner side of your left leg. Begin to pivot both of your feet to turn again to face the wide width of your mat. Parallel your feet in a wide stance, and you're now in a wide-legged forward fold. Feel free to bend your knees any amount that allows your spine to further bend, rather than rounding your shoulders or rounding your back. As you bring your chest forward, slide your shoulders back away from your neck. Feel your weight shift a little heavier onto the balls of your feet than your heels. And as you breathe out, see if you might be able to fold a little more, relaxing your neck, perhaps even walk your blocks back further, pointing your elbows behind you, breath by breath. See how much freedom you can feel throughout your spine, knowing that you could bend your knees any amounts to support your back. And if your head's not leaning on something, you might even softly move your skull and feel your neck loosen. Perhaps even move your jaw or flutter your lips. Feel your tongue soften. Just about 3 more breaths here. Going upside down like this or any other inversion are just wonderful ways to let go of any stagnancy you might feel mentally or energetically or physically. Shift our perspective. Now, taking your time with deep breaths, walk your blocks forward, walk your hands forward, coming up halfway again. Blocks on their tallest height can make this part more accessible. Start to walk your blocks towards your right foot, the opposite leg, and pivot to face the opposite edge of your mat, coming into a high lunge or lowering your back knee into a kneeling lunge. Make sure as your hips face the complete edge of your mat, the narrow edge, that your feet are hips distance apart. It doesn't feel like you're on a tightrope. And as you bend your right knee to stack just over your right heel, take a deep breath and sink your pelvis. Exhaling, draw your right thigh bone deeper into the hip socket while lengthening your chest forward to folds. Inhale, rebend your knee just over your ankle, chest broad forward. Exhale, scissor your right hip back slightly, bowing in. Keep going about 3 more cycles of breath. Inviting a sense of fluidity in your hips and other areas of your body that might need it, or other areas of your being that might need it. When you finish with the last round, look forward and step forward to folds. So let's come down to hands and knees again, all fours. Put the blocks aside for a moment, and then come down to your belly. You're gonna open up the chest a bit, So if you like to rest your head on something, you could put a pillow or a block just to the right of your skull as we start here. Slide your right arm straight out to your right with a palm face down on the floor. Place your left fingertips on the ground just next to your left shoulder. Press the ground away with your left hand and begin to roll over onto your right hip. Leave your right ear on your pillow if you're using one, or on the floor. Now pause here as you stack your 2 feet and slide your right shoulder blade further down your back, lengthening the right side of your neck. Feel your breath again expand into your belly, side ribs, and chest. And then you might see how it feels to start to step your left foot behind you off the mat, bending your left knee towards the sky. If that feels a bit much on your inner right shoulder, then just retrace your steps. Or you might even explore how it feels to wrap your left arm behind you. Maybe the palms meet. Feel the start of your inhalation. Trace your breath to empty. Let's take 3 last deep breaths here. And as you feel ready finishing this breath, gently roll onto your stomach again, perhaps resting your forehead on your prop for a moment as we pause at center, just to feel the effects of that posture. And as you're ready to move on to the second side, move your bolster or pillow to the left of your skull. Slide your left arm wide open to the left with a palm face down. Press the ground away with your right fingertips beside your right shoulder. Then slowly roll over to your left hip, resting your left ear on your prop or the floor. As you pause here, stacking your hips and feet, slide your left shoulder blade further down your back ribs. And really pay attention to what this side needs that might be different from the first side. Feel your breath in, belly, side ribs, chest. Greet your breath out. If you haven't already, maybe explore stepping your right foot onto the ground behind you. Perhaps wrapping your right arm behind you too. Three last deep breaths here. Your time when you're ready to unravel back to your belly. Maybe resting your forehead on your pillow or prop. Just pausing there for a few breaths. Gliding your hands back alongside your floating ribs. Press your body upright, sitting again. Your pelvis is on the ground or elevated on a folded blanket or prop. Find your strap or anything you could use like a strap. And let's begin extending your left leg forward, preparing for Gomukhasana, a face pose. So take your right thigh and cross it over your left thigh so that your knees might stack. And you could either keep your left leg straight if this keeps your pelvis more balanced, or add bending your left knee too and splaying your feet wide apart, opening up into your glutes, outer hips, lower back. Now with your right leg on top, take the strap in your left hand and dangle the tail behind your back. Rotate your left outer upper arm slightly forward. Bend your left elbow behind your skull to land your left palm between your shoulder blades. Slide your shoulders down, lift your chin slightly away from your chest. Then reach your right hand underneath behind you and grab the other end of your strap, walking your hands as close together as you can. Maybe they clasp. And as you press downward through your two sitting bones, visualize again breathing from the lower spine up to your crown. Chest and throat open. Exhale, start to bow forward from your hips. Just a little bit each breath. Inhale, ground your pelvis and lengthen your spine. Exhale, maybe bow another little bit. About 5 more breaths here. With your belly firming in towards your back body, lead with your chest and inhale to slowly rise up, releasing your arms and uncrossing your legs. So let's take the left thigh over the right and either keep your right leg straight, flexing the foot, or bending your right knee, splay both feet wider apart. Take hold of your strap in your right hand, dangle the tail behind you. Rotate your bicep slightly forward, bend your elbow behind your head and lower your palm. Slide your two shoulders down, open your throat, reach your left hand underneath, grab the other end of the strap. Walk your hands as close together as you can, maybe they clasp. Then as you root down to your pelvis, breathe in and lift your spine. Now with your heart leading, your throat open, hinge as you breathe out. Taking your time with each breath to explore depth. That's a good balance. Stability and openness. About 5 more breaths here. Firming your belly towards your back, lead with your chest again. On your next inhale, slowly rise up. And release your arms and cross your legs. Sitting tall in Dandasana for a few deep breaths. So we're going to prepare for a solid length of Shavasana. But before we do, let's just wind down a little bit more, adding some breath work. So find a comfortable seat to practice Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. Another wonderful way to relax your nervous system, to balance your brain, left and right hemispheres, to get grounded with it. So resting your left hand on your lap, you might like to bring your thumb and first finger to touch, helps to concentrate. And your right hand, stick out your thumb, pinky, and ring finger. And as you close your lips, sustain your breath softly in and out through your nose. And you might eventually close your eyes too. Relax your shoulders, sit tall, and empty this breath. Hold it out. With right thumb, cover right nostril. Inhale slowly through your left. Hold your breath in. Last two fingers cover left nostril. Exhale softly and slowly through your right. Hold your breath out. Inhale to your right. Hold. Cover right with thumb. Exhale to your left. Hold. Inhale through left. Hold. Cover left. Exhale softly to right. And hold. Inhale to right. Hold. Cover right. Exhale to left. And take a few more cycles on your own. Finishing the breath that you're on at your pace. When you're ready, release both hands onto your lap and just sit with the effects of it. Breathing naturally. Fluttering your eyes open to see whatever props you have around you. Choose whatever you need to support your body in Shavasana most restfully. You might like a pillow across your mat underneath the backs of your knees to give ease and space to your lower back. You might like that cylindrical pillow underneath your shoulder blades or two blocks, your head and shoulder blades. An uplift of your chest. As your body slows down into a stillness, let your eyes close, let your attention amplify within. Imagine again you could breathe in through the soles of your feet, sustaining breath at all ends of your body. Feel that fullness. Linger there for a few seconds. Perhaps a sound comes out of your mouth as you slowly let this breath go, all the way out to emptiness. And with that, letting go of controlling your breath. Feel the weight of your bones, muscles, sink further and further down into the support of the earth. Resting here a while longer, here's some words by Andrea Rice in her article, Return to Light for the Winter Solstice. Much like our yoga practices, our intentions are always in flux and are changing from moment to moment. Through the ritual of practice, the intentions we set in motion will inevitably become second nature as old layers, habits, and selves begin to fall away in this great unraveling toward the self, our truest nature. And like a seed, an intention must be planted, nourished, and even given patience. But an intention cannot grow if we cling to it. It must be released outwardly to make itself known to the universe. What's your personal intention for your season ahead? While you have the option to stay longer in Shavasana if you have time for it. If you'd like to join me for sitting silently in meditation, our last 5 minutes, then let your body guide you to which way it wants to move gently, easing out of stillness, taking its own path of least resistance, upright into a comfortable, alert, and grounded seat. And once there, letting your breath perhaps be your focus as you start. 5 minutes meditation. Gradually expand your attention from your breath to your body, to the space surrounding your body and what it's leaning against. Now let's bring the palms together to meet at the heart, bowing in as you lift your heart. As we venture more steps into the unknown, the future, we bring our attention to our inner guidance, self-trust, with gratitude. Let's close the practice. Joining in one Om, take a deep breath. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.